Today we're going to compare the Pilot 2, the Apino, and the Newbie 2, three budget-priced ultra compacts from Kinderkraft that all deliver a premium feel and level of build quality well above their price tags in my opinion. That being said, despite a variety of similarities, there are important differences between these three that may definitely make one a better choice over the others for your own situation. So let's get started then, beginning with the Pilot 2, which has both a newborn acceptable near-flat recline and an upright position that's the most vertical of our models today, while I'd note that it also has the best adjustment mechanism for shifting between positions in my opinion, being both mechanically simple and easy on the fingers to operate with one hand. Size-wise, the Pilot's seat is generously proportioned, with a width of 33 centimeters, a length for the sitting surface of 92, measured by adding up the lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest, and a total longer length of 113 when considering space beneath the canopy and the distance to the front frame-mounted footrest. The textiles have a quality feel, though the mesh overlay can be a little fiddly to clean with regards to crumbs and pebbles, and padding is also on the thin side. The Pilot's harness is the best of these three models, with no rethread shoulder straps and a magnetic buckle, and the canopy is extendable and stretches to a decent length, though does have an uncoverable mesh panel in the extended section. In terms of ventilation, in addition to that panel, there's also a large mesh window above the seat back that can be opened when the seat is reclined. For the newborn period, it's important to note that the Pilot only has its flat recline, as there's unfortunately no car seat or bassinet compatibility with the model. Moving on to parent comfort, the Pilot's handle stands at a fixed height of 101 centimeters, which may be a little low for taller parents, while the shopping basket is the largest and easiest to access of these three in the way it extends off the rear frame, despite the fact that its weight capacity is only 2 kilos. The Pilot has an easy one-handed fold, folds down to a standing position, and when folded, the model's folded dimensions of 45 by 51 by 22 centimeters make it the only of these three to fit within the IATA's cabin luggage guidelines. And even though its 8 kilo weight is a bit heavy versus most ultra compacts, the Pilot is still quite comfortable to carry either by the handle or bumper bar, or by using a stretchy shoulder strap located beneath the leg rest. As far as how the Pilot feels to use, the chassis has a sturdy, dependable feel, more robust than many other ultra compacts within its price class. Though that noted, it does have the smallest wheels of our models today, 4.9 inches in the front and 5.5 in the back, as well as minimal suspension, which make it really only well suited to indoor environments or smoother pavement, while anything rougher than this can get quite jittery. Next up is the Apino, whose seat also has a newborn acceptable recline, though the upright position is more sloped than the Pilot's, and the recline mechanism, while more comfortable to use, is also more mechanically complex, and thus has increased potential for developing problems in the long run. Size-wise, the Apino seat is nearly identical to the Pilot's, being 1 to 2 centimeters shorter with regards to the lengths of the backboard and leg rest, but also having more space under the canopy and a bit more distance down to the front frame-mounted footrest. The Apino's textiles also have a quality feel beyond the model's price class. There's similarly ventilation both in the canopy via a mesh peekaboo window, as well as a panel in the back that can be opened with the seat reclined, and the canopy arguably gives the best coverage of all three of these models. On the negative side, padding is similarly thin on the Apino, and the harness isn't quite as nice, lacking the Pilot's magnetic buckle, and with shoulder straps that need to be rethreaded to change elevation. For the newborn period, the Apino is the only one of these to have car seat adapters available for extra purchase, and while they're only advertised as working with Kinderkraft seats, I suspect they may also work with Maxi-Cosi, Cybex, and Nuna, and I'd really appreciate it if anyone who's tested this could leave a message in the comments. Moving on to parent comfort, the Apino's handle is unfortunately positioned even lower than the Pilot's, at 99 centimeters, while its shopping basket is the most difficult to access of these three due to the height of the rear lip, and also has the same low weight capacity of 2 kilos. Unlike the Pilot, the Apino auto-folds, meaning you only need to activate the mechanisms on the handle and flip it forwards for the model to complete the fold itself, ending in a similarly self-standing package that weighs slightly less than the Pilot, at 7.5 kilos, and can be carried by the bumper bar. The Apino's folded dimensions of 47 by 58 by 34.5 centimeters are too large for the IATA's cabin luggage guidelines, but still fit within the gate-checking limits of a lot of airlines. As far as how the Apino feels to use, the chassis is similarly quite sturdy, while its larger wheels, 5.5 inches in the front and 6.5 in the back, as well as more noticeable suspension, make it better able to handle lighter rough ground like uneven pavement or gravel. That being said, the angle of the handle and seat in relation to the rear frame can make the Apino feel a bit tippy sometimes. And last up today then is the Newbie 2, that, as with these others, has a newborn acceptable recline, while its upright position can be pulled nearly as upright as the Pilot's, though its pull strap is tougher on the fingers. Size-wise, other than a slightly shorter backboard, 48 centimeters versus 51 and 50 on the Pilot and Apino respectively, the Newbie 2 has more or less identical dimensions with regards to its sitting surface, while also having generous headspace beneath the canopy. The Newbie 2's textiles feel similarly quite premium for its price class, though also thinly padded, while the harness has no rethread shoulder straps and is easy enough to use, despite lacking the Pilot's magnetic buckle. The Newbie 2 has ventilation both in the canopy, via a long coverable panel at the rear, as well as in the back wall when the seat is reclined, but the canopy itself doesn't stretch quite as far as the Apino's, and since it's similarly high positioned, the sun coverage it provides is arguably a little worse than with these other models. That being said, there is a nifty opaque insect netting tucked in the leg rest that helps a bit here. For the newborn period, like the Pilot, the Newbie 2 unfortunately only has its flat recline and can't attach a car seat or bassinet. As far as parent comfort is concerned, the Newbie 2's handle stands at a higher fixed height than these others, 105 centimeters, while its shopping basket is also slightly more weight capable, at 3 kilos, and relatively comfortable to access. Like the Apino, the Newbie 2 auto-folds down to a standing position and can similarly be carried by the bumper bar, where it weighs just under 8 kilos. Its folded dimensions of 54.5 by 51 by 31.5 centimeters are also too large for cabin luggage, though still within most gate checking limits. As with these others, the Newbie 2 has a solid and sturdier than average feel. It has similar suspension to the Apino and slightly smaller wheels, 5.1 inches in the front and 6 in the back, though the difference here is small enough that it's hard to notice when tackling lighter rough conditions, and it also doesn't have that slightly tippy feel that the Apino does. So, should you get one of these then? In my opinion, the shared positive qualities of a larger than average seat, sturdy chassis design, and premium feeling textiles make all three of these models well worth their price tags of around $200 to $250. As far as choosing between them goes, the Pilot 2's smaller fold and shoulder strap naturally makes it the best choice for travel, and I'd probably also choose it above these others for daily use if you live in an extremely smooth environment. The Apino's car seat compatibility makes it the best choice for car-based lifestyles, as well as providing the chance for added savings if you buy it as a package deal with a car seat included, while the Newbie 2 is probably my favorite all-round choice for daily use if you will hit occasional rougher patches, where its higher handle, more upright seat, and more accessible storage give it a slight edge over the Apino. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about any of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.